Did Jesus ever really call himself God? Oh, yes, he did, my friends. And this is going to be one fun, wild ride. So buckle up, get your Bibles out, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So we're going to bounce back and forth between Mark, the first gospel ever written in the New Testament, and Daniel in the Old Testament. So we're going to start in Mark chapter 14, verse 62. It says, Jesus said, I am. Now, we're going to stop there for a minute because two different times in one verse, in one sentence, Jesus tells everybody that he is God. Right here in I am. It is a direct quote from Exodus where Moses is talking to God through the burning bush. And God has told Moses to go talk to the Pharaoh. And Moses says, okay, but who shall I say sent me? And God says, tell them I am has sent you to them. So right there, Jesus quotes it, but we have another one. And that says, continuing, and you will see the Son of Man seated in the place of power at God's right hand and coming on the clouds of heaven. Now, they might not sound like too much, but keep your place there because we're coming back. Now we're going to go to Daniel chapter 7, verse 13. And that says, as my vision continued that night, I saw someone like a son of man coming with the clouds of heaven. Sound familiar? He approached the Ancient One and was led into his presence. He was given authority, honor, and sovereignty over all the nations of the world, so that people of every race and nation and language would obey him. His rule is eternal. It will never end. His kingdom will never be destroyed. That word obey is also translated serve and worship, and it is reserved only for God. So I told you we were going to go back to the book of Mark, chapter 14. So we're going to do that. We're going to see what happens after Jesus just quotes Daniel. Are you ready? So that's chapter 14, verse 63. This is the Sanhedrin's reaction. Then the high priest tore his clothing to show his horror and said, why do we need other witnesses? You have all heard his blasphemy. What is your verdict? Guilty, they all cried. He deserves to die. My friends, the Jews knew what Jesus was saying, and he was saying, I am God. My friends, I love you, and God's got this.